I'm Jude, I'm a queer man in my mid-30s, and in an attempt to remind myself that life really actually is worth living, I've bought a house in the middle of nowhere and moved to the Scottish countryside.
My aim for this week is to do all of the jobs that I've been putting off, the things that get rolled over from week to week on my to-do list, so that I have a clean slate for the new year. However, the chances of that actually happening without me getting distracted by something else are slim. My next door neighbour at my last house gave me 4 strawberry plants at the end of summer back in 2023. They were too big for the window box he wanted them for, so I potted them up, and this summer I took as many runners from them as I could. Now I have enough plants to fill about 3 raised beds, for the grand total of £0 and 0 pence. According to one of my many gardening books, this time of year is the last chance to plant them out without disrupting their fruiting next season. Ideally, the whole lot will be planted in raised beds, but I want the last beds in this row for taller plants so they don't shade out the smaller crops. This is another job I've been meaning to do for ages. Most of these tools were my dad's, and a lot of those were probably someone else's before him. Some of them could do with proper restoring, but I need to work up to that. For now, they can have a clean and be grateful for it. Remember those distractions? This is one happening now.
It's been a while since I've uncovered anything hidden or buried on the property, and now everything's dying back. I can see more than I could before, so I think I've broken that streak. I'm gonna dig around in the hedge behind me and see what these white things might be. It's got to the point where every time I find anything, I have to ask myself, is this gonna make my life harder or not? And if it is, then I should just walk away. But I think these might be flower pots, which could be useful. On closer inspection, I have absolutely no idea what they are. There's two of them. They're made of a kind of concrete cement substance, knowing my luck, probably asbestos. They are sort of embedded into the ground, kind of like chimneys. And if there is a bunker hidden on this property, I will be so excited. Knowing my luck, it would be made entirely of asbestos and probably full of some radioactive material.
Sadly, searching for a fictional bunker wasn't on my pre-Christmas to-do list, so it was on with some festive molehill clearing instead. The moles have been very generous with their gift giving this year.
I get a lot of questions about what I do in my spare time, and right now, most of my evenings are taken up with editing these videos. I am not a trained videographer or a video editor. In fact, I'm not really trained in much at all. Skillshare, the sponsor of this week's video, are helping to fill some of the gaps in my knowledge. Skillshare is the largest online learning community for the creative and the curious. With thousands of classes led by industry experts, Skillshare can help you take your career, hobby, or side hustle to the next level. One of my goals for the winter is to learn a new video editing software so I can streamline and speed up my editing process. The first class I'm taking is Cut, Trim and Edit, Video Editing Essentials in DaVinci Resolve with Marcel Patillo. It's a beginner level class, perfect for learning a new software. Marcel has 5 classes on how to use DaVinci, and I'm excited to improve my skills and hopefully the quality of my videos. With classes in everything from interior design to content creation to creative writing, if you want to learn something new next year, Skillshare has a class for you. The first 500 people to use the link in my description will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Get started today. You know you found the right audience on YouTube when the second most asked comment after "Where is your cat's Christmas stocking?" is, "What are you going to do with the satellite dish that you took down?" I have been looking at what people have repurposed satellite dishes into. I've seen quite a lot of satellite dish bird baths, but I mean, I suppose this could be a bird bath. I'm not sure. If you have any ideas on what I could turn this satellite dish into, let me know. Otherwise, I'll take it to the tip and it can be recycled. But if you've got any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. Today is one of those days where all I can see are things that need fixing, jobs that need doing, things that need improving, problems with the cottage. I have had to start keeping a list on my phone so I can keep track of all of the things that I've done to improve the place since I moved in over the last 4 months, because otherwise I kind of look around and think, well, what have you actually done so far? You haven't done anything. But I have done things, just none of the really big things. Everything is kind of slow and in progress, but I am definitely not going to be running out of things to film anytime soon.
I'm excited to look back at the end of next year and see what progress has been made. Hopefully it'll still be standing and I won't have been overrun by neighbouring cattle, but I'm not making any promises. If you're celebrating, have a very Merry Christmas. If you're not, have a very Merry Wednesday. And if you're enjoying my videos, please consider subscribing. We're getting closer and closer to 50,000, and that would be the best way to start 2025. Thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful Christmas, and I'll see you next year.